want to tell you guys the story of how I fucked up my teeth while I do my hair. In March of 2022, it's not exactly a year ago, but almost, I decided that I wanted veneers. Now, I have always had buck teeth and I just didn't like the way that they looked. My two front teeth were super bucky and I would always get made fun of them, but aside from that, like, I just didn't like them myself, so I wanted them done. I live in the tri-state area and I found a doctor after doing a ton of research, whose name I will not mention, that had amazing reviews. So I was super excited. I showed up that day and they had already told me by looking at my photos that I was not going to be able to get them on my bottom teeth and that I would need braces because I have this tooth here that sticks out and that I would need braces on the bottom, but that I could get the top ones done. And then in a year, they would, after the braces straightened my bottom teeth, I could do the bottom one. So I was like an impatient bitch, which I shouldn't have been. I should have just fucking done the braces on the top and bottom and then just probably reshaped my teeth because I had great teeth, but hindsight is 2020. So I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. Bad idea. So I get there that morning and my appointment was supposed to be at 10 o'clock. And as soon as I walked in there, I really should have known better because it was a zoo. There was a person who came in for an emergency tooth repair. So they had everybody else wait. And at first I was like, okay, like no big deal, you know, things happen. I'm a super understanding person. And I decided that I was just gonna wait because, you know, why not? Like it's kind of a red flag, but it happens. It happens in a lot of offices. Like, let's see where this goes. An hour turned into two turned into 3. I don't know why I didn't walk out then. You know when like your sixth sense kicks in and your instincts are telling you to run, but then you try to convince yourself not to? That's what was happening. And my husband was with me and he was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, he tried to get me out of there and I was just so determined on getting my teeth done that I was like, no, like they're saying I'm coming up. Like, I kept going up and checking in with them and they finally moved me to the room to get my teeth done. They numb me and they're like shaving down my teeth. Not completely, but just enough to kind of get the veneers on. And I'm just like thinking to myself, why isn't he showing me what my teeth are gonna look like? Like, he's just going ham. And I just had like this instant bad gut feeling. So he did his thing and then they moved me to a different room to get the braces on. And at this point I hadn't seen it yet because he was telling me it wasn't finished and he wanted to show me everything together, and I just listened because I was like, he's the dentist, like he knows better than I do, right? So they did the braces and then they showed me my teeth. I kid you not, they were, you know how I didn't like my buck teeth? All my teeth were buck now. They made them all humongous to match the two front ones. And then I had these big bulky braces on the bottom. So my teeth stuck out on the top even further. I was fucking mortified. And he saw my face and he was like, do you not like it? And I'm like, they just seem kind of big. And he's like, okay, let me shave them down a little bit more. So he shaved them down a little bit more. He showed them to me. They looked the same to me. Like, I saw absolutely no difference. And I think I was just in so much shock and like just thinking to myself, maybe I'm just not used to them yet, that I left. I paid and I left. And I know this sounds like the stupidest fucking thing in the world that I did, but I don't know how to explain it. Like, it was like an outer body experience. And I was like, maybe I just need to get used to them. And when my husband saw me, like, he's the sweetest, so he won't say anything bad. He was like, well, maybe we just need to get used to them. Like, maybe give it a couple of days and see what you think. But I could tell in his face that he was like, this is a fucking disaster. So then I get home and my mom was at my house watching my daughter that day because she knew it was going to be like a full day thing that we were doing. And if you ever grew up in any sort of foreign household, especially Persian like me, you know that our parents will tell us exactly how it is. Like, there's no sugarcoating shit. And she looked at me and she said, what the fuck did they do to you? Somebody gave you the evil eye. If you know, you know. I cried and cried and cried. And I decided that I did not want to go back to him to try and rectify it because, like, why would I? You know, I did not like his work. He already tried to shave them down, and he had told me that they looked beautiful, like, in his mind, and I was like, I'm not. Like, I don't even want to take my chances with him. So I found another cosmetic dentist that got, like, amazing reviews. I did my research, and this time I decided to go by word of mouth because I feel like, honestly, that's the best way to go when it comes to these type of things, rather than just looking at reviews that might be paid Google reviews and, you know, discounted services based off of videos made. You know what I mean? And he was amazing. He told me basically that I needed to get the braces off, and then he shaved down the bulky fucking ugly ass job that the other dentist did and made them what they look like today. So I still need to do Invisalign on both the top and the bottom at this point. And once that's done, then I will get veneers, get new veneers on the top, and then keep my own teeth on the bottom, but then whiten them so that they can match, which is why I look crazy right now. It's a lot better than what it was though, so I'll take it. But that's my story of getting veneers. And so my PSA to everybody is to please do your research, and not only do your research, but when it comes to things like this, if you can't find all of the information that you're looking for, go by word of mouth, because this is your fucking face. And I learned that the hard way.